As the world keeps changing, people are becoming more and more international. We accept ideas, behaviors, and choices that would have been completely unthinkable just a few decades ago. Generally, that's great. People feel freer to become themselves, especially when those around them offer support and acceptance. But here's the twist. Sometimes this open-mindedness can go a little bit too far. With social media, we're constantly exposed to people who are completely different from us. And instead of thinking critically, we often try to accept everything instantly. But when we accept things without thinking, we risk losing our ability to reflect, to question, and sometimes to respect those with more traditional views. In fact, we may even start looking down on people who don't change. We reached a point where people aren't just embracing the new, they're attacking the old. And this situation has created a lot of division online. A Pew Research Today team showed that nearly 6 in 10 teens say they've experienced online arguments about values and identity. Probably more than we think, isn't it? People say that they're open-minded. But if we disagree with a trend, we're suddenly narrow-minded, conservative, or just plain wrong. As a student, I see this in real life too. My classmates and I grew up in international schools, with our parents having the dream of blending the best of both Chinese and foreign values. However, no one ever told us what a balance should look like. How much do we keep? How much do we change? Let me start with a small example from 7th grade. And yes, it's a little bit embarrassing. So I watched a video online that said, joking with your friends can make them feel better when they're upset. Well, it made sense to me. So after a friend got a bad grade, I tried to joke with her, to lighten the mood. It did not go well. She was really mad at me. And turns out, comfort through humor doesn't always translate across cultures. And in my case, test scores. But that was harmless. What's harder is seeing peers trying to adopt everything they see without a single thought about it. Students I know started smoking, getting tattoos, and engaging in serious relationships pretty young. Not because they believed in themselves, but because they saw online and said, hey, so this is what people do these days. But is it? Or is it just one version of what's out there? Open-mindedness should be about learning and growing, not just blindly copying. But too often, people confuse being accepting with being uncritical. And students, especially younger ones, can be vulnerable. We want to fit in. We want to seem modern. But without guidance, we don't always know where to draw the line. As philosopher G.K. Chesterton once said, merely having an open mind is nothing. The object of opening the mind, as of opening the mouth, is to close it again on something solid. True open-mindedness means thinking deeply, not just agreeing automatically. So, what can we do? To start off, talk with your friends about this. If you see something online that seems a bit off, ask them what they think. Not for them to judge, but for understanding together. The next thing you can do is to create your own filter system, a set of values or questions to ask before accepting any new trend or idea. For example, does this idea hurt anyone? Is this something I truly believe in, or am I just trying to fit in? Let's stop using open-mindedness as a buzzword, but start using it as a way of skill. Let's teach students how to explore new ideas, and at the same time, how to ask tough questions, how to disagree respectfully, and how to reflect before reacting. Because open-mindedness isn't about changing who you are. It's about becoming someone who listens, learns, and thinks for themselves, no matter what is trending on the internet today. Thank you.